Hey, football fans, come on in. Let's huddle up. Let's talk a little bit about the Packers and the Steelers matchup today. We've got a few days left. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, then game day. Does the experience factor help at this point? Well, for the players it does to some extent on how they're getting ready for the game, how they can enjoy the time in Dallas. The Steelers have multiple of players that have been to Super Bowls before, so they might have a tendency to be able to relax a little more early in the week. As far as the Packers, it's a lot of newness for them, and I'm sure they're enjoying it. When I watch the interviews and all, they seem to be handling things well. So a few long days left before kickoff. Now, as a player, you're looking forward to it, but you're still preparing for the game and trying to focus on the game. So I don't know that there's any big difference, any meaningful difference when it comes to experience factor here. So let's forget that. What I've been thinking about and wondering about is, who are you pulling for in the game? Who am I pulling for in the game? Those of us that aren't die-hard Pittsburgh Steelers fans or die-hard Packer fans, who do we pull for in the game, huh? It's kind of like, I think we're going to pull for the good guys versus the bad guys kind of deal. The Cowboys with the white hats as opposed to the Cowboys with the black hats. And when we think about that with key matchups of the marquee players on the team, oh boy, there's one team that has the white hats on. I mean, you take the quarterback matchup with Aaron Rodgers. He's Mr. America right now. We all love him. He's been terrific. Big Ben Roethlisberger, oh man, he's got 2 Super Bowl rings already, 2 championships. But this season he got off to a strange kind of start that influenced a lot of the fans thinking about him, whether to pull for him or not and all. I think Rodgers clearly has the white hat at this stage, and for those fans that really don't care who wins this game are pulling more for Rodgers than Ben Roethlisberger. You take the all-pro linebackers, Clay Matthews of the Packers with that long flowing blonde hair, and his style of play is just wonderful. You gotta like the guy. You look at the all-pro linebacker from the Steelers, James Harrison. Well, he may have led the league in fines this year. I mean, he's a mean, tough player out there. I don't think he's going to be a guy in the movies with the white hat on. I think he's going to be wearing the dark hat. So we got a pull, it seems, for Clay Matthews. You look at the receivers matchup. Okay, you have Donald Driver for the Packers, who's been playing his heart out for a number of years. His style of play is just right out there on that field. I mean, he's a 100% guy, and no cheap shots about him. On the other hand, you got Hines Ward with the Steelers. He's got to wear the black hat. Players around the league have called him the best blocker in the back when no one's looking. I mean, come on. So again, those of us that aren't die-hard fans, we are pulling for the Packers. We get to another position in the defensive backfield. Charles Woodson, man, he's the best citizen you can find. In football, when we had a guy on the team who was really righteous and all, we called him a good citizen. He's a good citizen and a great player. You look across at the Steelers and take their cornerback, Ike Taylor. Well, the last thing I remember about Ike was he headbutting Husmanzala of the Ravens after the play. Come on. That's another dark hat for the Steelers and another white hat for the Packers. So who are you folks pulling for that aren't die-hard fans, huh? Hey, we're in a little bit of a dilemma here, I would think, but I do have a tendency to pull for the good guys. I do, but I'm not going to get much further into who I really think's going to win right now. But I'm going to be back at you with the matchup of Pittsburgh's defense versus the Packers' offense, all right? Until then, my best to you and yours. Ready? Break!